Chilly out right now. Temperatures expected to get even colder. A freeze warning is set to go into effect overnight. Taking a live look outside Baltimore right now, preparing for a frigid weekend ahead. WJZ is live with first warning weather coverage. Marty's live in Druid Hill Park with the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab. And meteorologist Tim Williams is updating the current conditions. Everyone's bundled up today, Tim.
Certainly are, Lynn. You know, this is definitely the adjustment phase. First taste of this kind of cold weather that we've had since March, since the end of winter at the beginning of this year. As Lynn mentioned, we do have a freeze warning going into effect at 7 p.m. this evening and staying with us until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Freeze warning means that temperatures in the 20s and sub-freezing temperatures are very likely. Likely will kill all vegetation out there, the tender vegetation and the crops. So if you have anything that you need to bring in, tonight's the night to do it. Temperatures currently 23 degrees out in Oakland, 48 in Ocean City. We have 40 in Baltimore. But what we have to factor into today are the winds. Now, they're coming in from the northwest, bringing in some very cold Arctic air at just around 13 mile per hour winds in central Maryland, 17 toward D.C., 18 toward Ocean City, where it's not really a major factor. So you factor those winds in to the temperature. We are talking wind chills today. It feels like 32 on your skin. It feels like freezing out there, and it looks like 12 degrees, or feels like 12 degrees out in Oakland. So how are these temperatures going to play into your weekend? For more on that, sending it out to Marty with the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab. Hey, Martin.
Hey, Tim, thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Let's give this a bit of a poetic spin. Let's take a cue from NFL films. The autumn wind is like a raider stealing the gold off the trees. I'm a poet and don't know it. I'm also a weatherman, and I'm out here knowing quite well that it's real darn cold. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our current wind chill is right now. We dropped to 29.8 here at the Mobile Weather Lab on a temperature of 37.9. But this is just going to be the beginning of what's going to be, counting to all of today. Today and tomorrow, more of a January feel, frankly, than a November feel. We have three graphics we want to show you. We're not alone, and frankly, when you look at the general area, including Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Erie, Albany, New York, Boston, and Burlington, I mean, we're kind of getting off almost easiest. We're going to call for a high. Well, we've already pretty much hit our temperature in the low 40s this day. We can all do the math. Look at the departure from average, not only here, but elsewhere. I mean, what are we, 17 degrees down here? But look at Pittsburgh, 22 down. Erie, 27 down. My goodness. And it gets even more intense. Let's take a look at Saturday. Fact of the matter is, we're going to be dealing with some record low temperatures, not only here, but in all of these locations. And frankly, to be quite honest about it, we're forecasting 19 degrees an overnight low, somewhere between 19 and 21 if you're in the urban islands. But the point is made. We're going to crack a record, either tie it or break it, that goes back to, 1973, when it was 1973. My goodness. So we're just going to have to hunker down and deal with this. At least tomorrow, the wind is going to diminish, so it's just going to be honestly cold, not brutally cold. And then we get a bit of a warm-up, to be honest about it. You can just call this training camp, if you will, for the upcoming winter season. Meteorologist Tim Williams going to talk about that warm-up during our first warning weather segment, and now we're going to throw it back inside.
Thanks, guys. Remember to download WJZ's weather app to keep track of our changing weather, hourly, daily, and extended forecast, plus severe weather warnings. Search WJZ Weather and get our app.